Assalamu alaikum. 6 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Sumaira Kamal. The headlines first. Prime Minister has urged the world community to step in to avoid any serious situation in South Asia as Modi regime in India is pursuing an ideology of hate in the region. Pakistan says it will continue to highlight Kashmir issue at every international forum as part of support to the oppressed Kashmiris. National Assembly has been informed today that the government has expedited work on the establishment of industrial zones in the country. Special Assistant on Information and Broadcasting has urged opposition parties to sit with government for resolution of problems faced by the masses. Palestinian Islamic Jihad and Israel have agreed to ceasefire in Gaza. Test cricket returns to Pakistan after more than 10 years as Sri Lanka will play their World Test Championship matches in Rawalpindi and Karachi next month. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan says opening of Kartarpur corridor is in line with Islamic principles, Pakistan's policy of promoting interfaith harmony and Quaid-e-Azam's vision of peaceful neighborhood. He was talking to an Indian writer, D.S. Jaspal, who called on him in Islamabad today. The Prime Minister said historic initiative to open the corridor on the auspicious occasion of 550th birth anniversary of Baba Guru Nanak was to meet the long-standing request of Nanak Naam Lewas and especially the Sikh community across the world, particularly from India. D.S. Jaspal thanked the Prime Minister for Kartarpur initiative and the warm hospitality extended by Pakistan to all the pilgrims. Prime Minister Imran Khan has urged the world community to step in to avoid any serious situation in South Asia as Modi regime in India is pursuing an ideology of hate in the region. Addressing a conference in Islamabad this evening, he said India is committing atrocities against Kashmiris to make them submit to its illegal acts in occupied Kashmir. He said millions of people have been under siege in occupied Kashmir for over 100 days. He said there is complete communication blockade in the valley and youth is being picked up by the Indian troops. Talking about Afghanistan, the Prime Minister said,
Pakistan is playing a very big role in peace in Afghanistan. We are hoping the recent developments will move towards a ceasefire, talks, and a political settlement in Afghanistan. Not easy, but it's the only way which the world now recognizes. The only way forward is a political solution rather than a military one.
Foreign Office spokesperson Dr. Mohammad Faisal has categorically stated that no deal will be made on the issue of sentenced Indian spy Kulbhushan Yadav. He was responding to a question during weekly news briefing in Islamabad today. The spokesperson said that all the decisions about Kulbhushan Yadav will be made in accordance with the Pakistani laws while honoring the verdict of International Court of Justice in the case. Condemning the Indian Supreme Court's verdict regarding Babri Masjid, Dr. Mohammad Faisal said the decision has put security of all the mosques and worship places in India under threat. Responding to a question, the spokesperson said that 12,000 Sikh Yatris visited Kartarpur on the opening day on the last Saturday. He said under the agreement, 5,000 Sikh Yatris can visit Kartarpur daily, pay their respects, and return the same day. The spokesperson regretted that lockdown continues in occupied Kashmir and there is complete communications blackout. He said Pakistan will continue highlighting the Kashmir issue at every international forum as part of support to the oppressed Kashmiris for their right to self-determination. The National Assembly was informed today that a deep-sea fishing policy has been prepared in consultations with the stakeholders to uplift the fishing sector. Parliamentary Secretary for Maritime Affairs Jameel Ahmed Khan told the House during question hour that the policy will soon be furnished before the Cabinet for the approval. He said efforts are afoot to transform the fisheries sector as per the modern standards. Parliamentary Secretary for Textile Alia Hamza Malik told the House that the government has expedited work on the establishment of industrial zones in the country. Minister for Housing Tariq Bashir Chima told the House that work on a number of housing projects is underway under Naya Pakistan Housing Program. He said an allocation of 5 billion rupees as interest-free loan has been made, which will be utilized for low-cost housing. He said the federal government employees will be accommodated in these housing schemes. Minister for Railways Sheikh Rashid Ahmed said Pakistan Railways has earned profit of 4 billion rupees on passenger trains. Special Assistant to Prime Minister on Information and Broadcasting Dr. Firdaus Ashiq has asked the opposition parties to sit with the government for the resolution of problems faced by the masses. Talking to the media persons in Islamabad today, she said the parliament is functional and the opposition should cooperate with the government for the passage of people-friendly legislation. Firdaus Ashiq said the government has put the country on the right track and the economy is heading towards stability. She said the people will not support the elements bent upon stoking instability in the country. This is Radio Pakistan. Finance advisor Dr. Abdul Hafiz Sheikh has said that a joint venture with private sector is imperative to ensure economic development of the country. Addressing Peace and Development Conference in Islamabad today, he said successful process of development and prosperity is not possible without support of private sector. He said the government has taken bold steps to facilitate business community and foreign investors as well. He said Pakistan is facing much challenges on economic and security fronts. Addressing the Occasion Minister for Planning Division, Makhdoom Khusro Bakhtiar said that the government is also working on economic corridor from Torkham to Dushanbe. He said this project will be implemented with the support of World Bank. The minister said roads will be constructed and rail tracks will also be laid down under the project. Naval Chief Admiral Zafar Mahmood Abbasi has urged the need to further stronger the contacts between the military institutions of Pakistan and Qatar. He said this during his meetings with Commander Air Force and Commandant Joint Command and Staff College of Qatar today. They discussed matters of mutual interests, including military cooperation between the two countries. Later, addressing Joint Command and Staff College, Qatar Naval Chief also highlighted the importance of mutual relations and rapidly changes in the regional and global situations. In occupied Kashmir, normalcy continues to elude the Kashmir Valley as Muslims' majority areas of Jammu and Ladakh regions are under inhuman Indian military lockdown for last 102nd day today. According to Kashmir Media Service, restrictions under Section 144 are enforced as residents continue to suffer immensely due to the suspension of internet across all platforms, SMS and prepaid cellular services. People in the valley are resisting Indian attempts to show signs of normalcy returning in the territory by observing civil disobedience. World Diabetes Day is being observed today. It aims to create awareness for ensuring protection from this disease. The theme for this year is Family and Diabetes. A ceasefire between Palestinian Islamic Jihad and Israel has been agreed in Gaza. According to a senior Islamic Jihad official, Gaza Strip ceasefire agreement has been agreed and came into effect today at 3:30 GMT. Meanwhile, a top Egyptian official said that the ceasefire agreement came as a result of Egypt's efforts and has been endorsed by Palestinian factions, including Islamic Jihad. On the other hand, death toll from Israeli strikes in Gaza Strip has risen up to 32 as 6 members of a Palestinian family were martyred today in an Israeli missile strike. Test cricket will return to Pakistan after more than 10 years as Sri Lanka will play their World Test Championship matches in Rawalpindi and Karachi next month. According to Pakistan Cricket Board, the first test will be played at the Pindi Cricket Stadium from 11 to 15 of next month, while the second test will be held at the National Stadium, Karachi from 19th to 23rd December. In a statement, Director International PCB Zakir Khan said this is a fabulous news for Pakistani cricket and its reputation of being as safe and secure as any other country in the world. He also thanked Sri Lankan Cricket Board for sending their team for Test cricket in Pakistan. And finally, the weather. Rain with wind thunderstorm is expected at scattered places in South Punjab, Sindh, northeastern Balochistan, while at isolated places in districts of Upper Punjab, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Islamabad, Gilgit-Baltistan, and Kashmir during the next 24 hours. Snowfall over the mountains is also expected during the period. Cloudy weather is also expected elsewhere in the country. To end the news, here are some of the headlines once again. Prime Minister has urged the world community to step in to avoid any serious situation in South Asia as Modi regime in India is pursuing an ideology of hate in the region. Pakistan says it will continue to highlight Kashmir issue at every international forum as part of support to the oppressed Kashmiris. National Assembly was informed today that the government has expedited work on the establishment of industrial zones in the country. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and also watch live streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/radio, Pakistan News Official.